My name is Michael Dow. I've been with Modern Myth since, well, January of 2003, really. Now I'm the assistant manager here at the Northampton store. We do have two stores, and we've switched from being just sort of a small partnership to an actual corporation. So I also have, I'm the secretary of the corporation. Role-playing games, I guess not a bad term for it would be like sort of a home improv theater game. If you ever played, like, I don't know, Cops and Robbers when you were a kid, you kind of get the same basic idea. You're pretending to be somebody. You're taking on a role. I mean, it's sort of whatever you want to get together and play out. Your decision shapes the story. D&D pioneered the idea of using dice. You figure out your stats on paper, like this is my character, this is what they do. So when I'm going to try and, hit the orc with my axe, I roll a 20-sided die. And if I roll high enough, I hit the orc. And then I do damage and we go on from there. If I don't roll high enough, I miss the orc. And then we go on from there. So it serves to sort of resolve those conflict points, those moments of consequence for decisions that can change the story. So that it's not just a matter of I tell you what's happening and you have to deal with it. And all those rule systems are there to handle those sorts of conflicts. Free RPG Day, which is going to be on Saturday, June 14th this year. It's basically a promotional event to try and get people who are already into the hobby to try new stuff, but also to bring in maybe people like you who have no idea what the heck they are, to come in and try them and see if they're fun. What we're doing here at Modern Myths, both here in our Northampton store and down in our store in Mamaroneck, New York, is we are going to be running basically introductory sessions all day, starting at 11 a.m. on Saturday the 14th. Come in and try a bunch of different games if you want, or try one, whenever you like. Depending on the kind of story you want to play, hopefully we'll be running a game where you can try it. There's going to be a new edition of Shadowrun, which is kind of a cyberpunk fantasy game, sort of set, in the near future when things have really started to fall apart, but you've also got like magic running around. So in addition to cyber hackers, you've got dark elves and stuff like that. Star Wars Edge of Empire, this is a really nice game system, and hey, it's Star Wars. The premise is it is Luke missed, and so he didn't manage to blow up the Death Star in time. So the rebellion is on its heels, even though the Death Star is gone, and people are trying to pick up the pieces. So it's a lot of fun. So you can come in and try something, or if you just want to sort of sit and observe and see what's going on, keep your eye on a few different games, we can do that too. It's going to be free. Hopefully you'll expect to come in and have a good time and get a better sense for role-playing games and what's fun about them if you haven't done them before, or else something new about a game you haven't tried before. We're doing events all the time in the store, and we're always looking to sort of do more, to have more things happening, to bring in more customers, bring in new kinds of interests too. We've got D&D encounters happening every Wednesday evening, which is a great way to try D&D if you've never done it before. Magic the Gathering on Friday nights. We do drafts for that as well on Saturday afternoon. Lots of games happening throughout the week. We've got a family board game day on the last Sunday of the month, so it's a great chance to come in and try different board games, bring the kids, from 2 to 5 on the last Sunday of the month. I've been playing D&D since 1980, and I've played a lot of other games, and they're great fun, and pretty much anybody who's like, has an imagination and, understands the idea of running around pretending to be somebody, you can play a role-playing game, and they can be elaborate things that go on for years, or they can be something you sit down and do in an afternoon, and that's it. And they can be as rules heavy or rules light as you want. There's lots of different ways to roll. The important thing is it's a game. Have fun.